Hi there, welcome to Megan Makes Cupcakes. Today we'll be making these beautiful Cameo Cupcakes using the Cameo Fondant mold that I taught you how to make last week. So come along with me and I'll show you how to do it step by step. To make these cupcakes, you'll need the mold that we made last week. And here's an example of how the toppers will turn out that we're putting on top of the cupcakes. We'll need teal, white, and yellow fondant, as well as our shimmer dust. I have copper, antique gold, and a lighter gold as well. You'll also need a paintbrush used for food. I have cupcakes. Here I have 3, but you can use as many as you'd like. And then I have frosting with a large round tip, plus some cornstarch in case your fondant starts sticking to your hands. Okay, so we have our molds out, and now we're just going to put the white fondant into the face outline. We're going to grab a pinch of the white fondant, and we're going to roll it into a log and press it into the face outline using a little bit of our cornstarch so it doesn't stick to our fingers. And then we're just going to smooth that out, making sure it doesn't overlap, so that when we put our next color down, it doesn't run into the other color. Okay, so for our next color, we're doing teal. You could do any color you like. I'm just pinching off a piece and rubbing it firmly in my palms to get any of the creases. And then I'm just pressing it into a rounder shape, which is the shape that we're trying to push it into in the mold here. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that cornstarch so that it's not sticking to my fingers. And if you have too much, you can just tap off the excess. And we're just going to press it into shape. This time I used a little bit too much fondant, so I'm going to take my paring knife and I'm just going to press down as I'm sawing across the fondant to make sure that the fondant doesn't come out of that mold. And just be patient with it. And then we're just going to take that fondant, we're going to press it back into shape like we did before. Okay, and for our last color, we're going to be using yellow. So we're going to take our fondant like we did before and kind of press it into an oval disc before we put it onto the mold. And then we're just going to push it into place here. Adding a little bit more cornstarch again so that it doesn't stick to our fingers. We're just going to press it into shape as we did before. Pushing around the edges. And once again, we did a little bit too much fondant, which is fine. We can just take our knife and trim the excess off like we did before. Okay, so now we've layered white, teal, and yellow in our mold to make it really pop. And now you can just remove it from the mold, and I think you'll have to agree that it turned out stunning. Okay, next we're gonna get out our luster dust. And right here, I'm using antique gold, but you could use bronze or silver or any other metallic color that you like. And I'm just taking my food brush here that I only use for cake projects, and I'm dabbing on that luster dust, making sure I get into all the crevices in different areas of the brooch here. All right, and once we're finished up there, we have our finished topper. So we're gonna take our cupcake, and we're going to swirl our round swirl, starting from the middle, going upwards, making sure we have even pressure, and then lifting off. And then we can take our finished brooch and set it on the top of our cupcake. So I hope you'll give these vintage brooch cupcakes a try. They'd be great for any special event that you want to wow your friends and families. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.